Are you trying to decide whether you should renovate your home or buy a new property? In this video, I'm going to take you through the tough questions to help you decide whether you should renovate your home or buy a new property to meet your needs so that you can get back to loving the home that you're in. Make sure to stick around until the end, as I'm going to be sharing my biggest mistake when we renovated this home. If we have not met before, my name is Laura Leggett, and I'm a realtor in West Toronto who outgrew my own home and specializes now in helping families just like my own. Like thousands of other people in the GTA, we completed a major renovation to a house we purchased in order to have the dream home we needed for our family. When deciding whether to renovate or buy new, there are a few tough questions you need to ask yourself. Okay, so first things first. Do you love your home, street, and neighborhood? Because if you do, that needs to be taken into consideration. We were adamant about buying a home in a certain neighborhood, so we waited until the right one came up for sale. Are there even properties for sale in your neighborhood that meet your needs? Or would you have to leave the neighborhood to find your dream home? Buying a home in today's market conditions takes a system and strategy all on its own. And if you renovated your current home to add a second story, for example, is the end value worth the investment? The last thing you want to do is over-renovate. This one is a really hard pill to swallow, trust me. Are there other homes in the area doing similar renovations? A lot of West Toronto areas have bungalows that are being converted into two-story homes, for example. My top reasons to choose to renovate over buy new would be renovations almost always build equity in your home, and equity builds wealth. Perhaps you want to use the equity to buy an investment property in your future. Also, you get to customize the home to your own specific taste. Sometimes you can save money, but not always. That's a discussion for another video about hiring a contractor that you really need to watch if you are going to choose to renovate. If you decide to renovate, these are my tips to avoid costly mistakes. Do not rush the process no matter what. This is the most important step, and we certainly made a few rush decisions that I wish I could go back and take the time to look at more closely. Specifically, the HVAC plan in relation to having a separate unit for our basement apartment so we could gain more ceiling height on our side. Plus, we didn't notice until it was too late where the gas meter was, and therefore I couldn't have that big, beautiful front porch that I had always imagined. Okay, back to the tips. Review your financing with a broker and set a budget, a realistic budget. Pricing for construction has gone up substantially. Draft detailed plans with an architect. And I have a list of 3 or 4 Toronto architects that I can refer. When you hire a contractor, make sure you have a contract. And lastly, enjoy the process because hopefully this is your forever home. If you decide to buy, let's chat. I've helped many families with this decision as well. Now that we've discussed what you need to consider when deciding to renovate or buy new, you may also be interested in learning about how to hire a contractor. In the next video, I'll walk you through the most important steps to hire a contract from my own personal experience. The whole process from selling to finding a rental to buying and renovating was a great way to ensure our home met our needs, but it wasn't easy financially or emotionally. I learned a lot along the way though. I'm happy to chat with you and talk about my experience anytime to pass along my advice personally and as a real estate professional.